Who called the meeting and why? The meeting was called by AU chairperson H.E. João Lourenço, president of Angola, who holds the position from February 2025 to 2026. He opened the Zoom meeting with one simple message. We are not trying to create a superstate. We are finally creating structure, unity with logic, brotherhood with rules. Beside him sat Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, chairperson of the African Union Commission, elected February 2025 from Djibouti. Yusuf presented the legal and institutional blueprint. A rotational presidency, 1 year per country. A unified AU parliament based in South Africa. A council of governors, formerly national presidents, meeting monthly. Strict term limits, 2 terms, 5 years each, for every state governor. A continental digital ID and free trade passport. The vision was powerful. But then the question came, who should go first? That's when Chairman Shadow leaned in and the names began flying. Part 2. The countries mentioned first. Democracy benchmarks. According to Chairman Shadow, the first countries mentioned as leading candidates were South Africa, for its strong institutions, judiciary, and media. Botswana, for decades of stable democracy and low corruption. Ghana, for peaceful transitions of power and civic engagement. Mauritius, for clean governance and digital leadership. These are the jewels of African democracy, one AU diplomat reportedly said. But then, the fire shifted. Someone, believed to be a West African envoy, raised another name. We must also recognize revolutionary leadership. The people's voice must echo in this hall. That's when the name Ibrahim Traoré was dropped. And it didn't just drop, it landed like thunder. Part 3, Traoré, a new symbol of African power. Traoré, the 36-year-old transitional leader of Burkina Faso, has become a symbol of resistance, reform, and redefinition. He took power in 2022 amid political instability, military intervention, and Western influence. But what he did next shocked the AU. He rejected colonial dependency. He called for African unity. He stood with Niger and Mali, creating a new West African alliance, and he won the love of young Africans across the continent. According to Chairman Shadow, many inside the AU respect Traoré's discipline and modesty. He dresses simply. He speaks less. But when he speaks, the room listens. How the rotating presidency will work. The proposal on the table includes a rotating presidential seat, 1 year per country, a full 55-year cycle, allowing every AU-recognized country to lead once, executive power limited to continental coordination, not domestic rule. All 55 countries remain sovereign, but act as United States. Each term of the One Africa president will include hosting the Continental Union Address, chairing all AU summits that year, launching at least one Africa-wide innovation program, overseeing the continental budget. It's symbolic power, but powerful symbolism. Part 5. Insiders react. The AU is ready. According to Protocol Black, another SABIN insider who works in AU security operations, the digital infrastructure is being quietly built already. Facial ID, Pan-African payment rails, encrypted border scanning. Meanwhile, Mama Pan-Africa, a diplomatic advisor in the Department of Political Affairs, told us, people think this is a dream, but it's already happening. African countries are tired of being treated like clients. Now, we are becoming partners with each other. Part 6. Resource sharing and the wealth of Africa. According to The Economist of Addis, one of the policy architects, Africa has $24 trillion in untapped mineral wealth. But with divided economies, we trade at a loss. As one, we become the world's most important supplier and consumer. Imagine this. Zimbabwe's lithium funding, Kenya's AI labs, Nigeria's oil financing, Mali's education reform, Congo's cobalt supporting South Africa's battery plants. One united supply chain, 1 billion customers, one market. The poverty ends when the division ends, he said. Part 7. Global reaction. The world is watching. International observers from Europe and the US are reportedly shocked by how serious this movement has become. In Washington, leaked think tank reports say, Africa is no longer waiting for approval, it's moving forward. In Beijing, the African Union may become the most stable political bloc within 20 years. In France, Africa is now less dependent and more diplomatic. Meanwhile, in the streets of Lagos, Harare, Kigali, and Addis, people are talking. Part 8. What happens next? The timeline. According to Chairman Shadow, 1. Draft constitution is being finalized in Addis Ababa. 2. Each president will receive it confidentially to review with their legal teams. 3. A constitutional referendum will be held simultaneously in all AU states, date TBD. 4. The first One Africa presidential nomination vote will happen inside AU Parliament. 5. Announcement of the first leader estimated within 12 months. And yes, Traore's name is in the top 3. Part 9. Why this is not anti-West. It's just pro-Africa. Chairperson Yusuf reportedly made it clear, we are not rejecting the West. We are inviting the world to meet Africa on equal terms. This is not a Cold War reborn. This is Africa reborn. And it's not a revolution of war. It's a revolution of systems, minds, and markets. Part 10. What this means for you, the people. If this new system is adopted, your president becomes a governor of a state inside the United States of Africa. Your passport will be accepted across all 55 states. You'll have access to continental healthcare, trade, and education. African students will study for free in any African country. African artists, tech developers, and inventors will now compete on a global stage. This means if you're a farmer in rural Zambia, your products can reach Morocco. If you're a coder in Nairobi, your app can go live in Dakar. If you're a student in Cape Town, you can attend a Pan-African university in Ghana. Part 11. The emotional shift. We are ready. Shadow ended our conversation with a voice note. I'm quoting directly. Takunda, the leaders have been afraid for too long, but the people aren't. That's why this is working, because the people are now pulling the leaders forward. This is not theory. This is practice, and it has already begun.